Thanks for clicking. I'm Dr. Shafuri. Welcome to your home channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like and share the video. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at how to solve an inequality and how to represent it on a number line. Inequality. Alright, what does inequality mean? This word contains a prefix word. This one, a prefix word, is a word that comes before a word and it changes the meaning of the word. This in means not, meaning inequality means not equal. How is an inequality different from an equation? An inequality uses these signs: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. Some learners confuse these two signs, this one and this one. They do not know which one is greater than and which one is less than. Well, to clear this confusion, you must write two numbers. For instance, 16 ... 20. Then ask learners to fill in either this sign or this one. It's obvious they will put in this sign. Well, when they have done that, ask them to read this one. Remember, we read from left to right. Can they say 16 is greater than 20? No. Then they have to read it as 16 is less than 20. This one is called what? Less than sign, because we read from the left. We cannot say it's greater than because we do not read from the right hand side. We cannot say 20 is greater than 16. We read from the left hand side. 16, you cannot say greater, but you are forced to use less than, because the moment you say 16, obviously you'll be forced to use less than 20. So 16 is less than 20. What about 20 ... 16? Learners will use this sign. When they have done that, ask them to read this inequality. Because we read from left to right, learners will say 20 is greater than 16. They will be forced to mention the word greater because they have mentioned 20 first. And they cannot say less than because we do not read from the right hand side. Like 16 is less than 20, but the correct one is 20 is greater than 16. Meaning these signs, this one is less than sign and this one is a greater than sign. There is an investigation that I want us to have a look at, but before that happens, I want us to look at the number line. Zero, okay, this is our number line with two arrows pointing both sides, which means the numbers are not empty. We have this side, the left hand side, and the right hand side. This side contains negative numbers and this side contains positive numbers separated by 0. This number line is arranged in ascending order. from smallest numbers to biggest numbers. The smallest numbers on the number line are found on the left-hand side, while the biggest numbers on the right-hand side. The number on the left-hand side is less than the number on its right-hand side. For example, -3 is less than -2. -2 is less than -1. -1 is less than 0. 0 is less than +1. +1 is less than +2. And +2 is less than +3. And so on. The list continues. Let us start with our investigation. 16 is less than 20. Okay. Let us divide both sides with +2 to see if our inequality is still going to be true. 16 divided by 2 is 8. And 20 divided by 2 is 10. Is our left-hand side still less than the right-hand side? Yes. The inequality is still true. 8 is less than 10. Okay, what if we divide 8 and 10 with the same number again? 8 divided by 2, that is 4. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. This one is still true. So 4 is less than 5, meaning dividing a number with a positive number does not have a problem. Let's test the multiplication sign. 16 is less than 20. Let's multiply both sides by +10. Multiplied by 10, multiplied by 10. 10 times 16, that is 160. 20 times 10, that is 200. Less than. 160 is less than 200. That one says true. So our left-hand side is less than our right-hand side. Just like in the previous or in the original inequality. So meaning multiplying both sides of an inequality with a positive number does not have a problem. Let's divide both sides by a negative number and see what will happen. 16 and then 20. 16 is less than 20. Now let us divide both sides by -2. 16 divided by -2, the answer is -8. And 20 divided by -2, the answer is -10. Now, is our left-hand side less than our right-hand side still, like in the previous inequality? That is wrong. -8 is not less than -10. Remember, -10 lies on the left side of -8 on the number line. Remember, on the left-hand side, we have 0 here, -1, -2, -3, -4. The list goes on. So -10 is far away from -8. So meaning -8 is greater than -10. You can see where the problem is. So -8 is not less than -10. -8 is greater than -10. So every time you divide with a negative number, the inequality sign changes the direction. Take note. Okay, now let us multiply both sides by negative number. 16 is less than 20 times negative 10 times negative 10. Negative 10 times 16, that is negative 160. 20 times negative 10, that is negative 200. Okay, now is our left hand side still less than our right hand side? No. We have to change the direction of the inequality sign. Negative 60 is greater than negative 200 because negative 200 is on the left hand side of negative 160. Remember, the number line is arranged in ascending order. Conclusion: every time you divide or multiply with a negative number, the inequality sign changes the direction. Let us solve the following inequality. Negative 4x plus 8 is greater than 28. Well, we solve the inequality in the same way we solve an equation. Negative 4x plus 8 is greater than 28. Look at this side. Only x must be on this side. By this side we have negative 4 and we have positive 8. Let us remove 8 first from this side of x. Look at the sign between x and 8. The sign between x and 8 is addition. And the opposite of addition is what? Subtraction. Meaning we have to subtract 8 from both sides of this inequality. If we subtract it from this side, on the left hand side, it will disappear. And if you subtract it on this side, 28 minus 8 will be 20. Let us do that. Negative 4x plus 8 minus 8 is greater than 28 minus 8. Negative 4x is greater than 20 because 28 minus 8 is 20. Okay, now look at this side. To remove negative 4 from this side of x, look at the sign between negative 4 and x. The sign between negative 4 and x is multiplication. And the opposite of multiplication sign is division, meaning we have to divide both sides by negative 4. Divided by negative 4 divided by negative 4. This one cancels out. X, be careful now. Since we have divided with a negative number, the inequality sign has to change the direction. 20 divided by negative 4, that is negative 5. This is our final answer. X is less than negative 5. Do you know the numbers that are less than negative 5? Negative 6 is less than negative 5. Negative 7, negative 8, negative 9, negative 10. All the numbers on the left hand side of negative 5 are less than negative 5. So x represents the numbers that are less than negative 5. All the numbers that are less than negative 5. Alright, let us represent it on a number line. Negative 5 is somewhere here. Right, we have represented it on a number line. You can see that this arrow is pointing backward to all the numbers that are less than negative 5. And look at this one here. It's not shaded because negative 5 is not included. You only shade this one when negative 5 is included. So negative 5 is not less than negative 5. No, negative 5 is equal to negative 5. So that's why negative 5 is not included, because our inequality says that x is less than negative 5, and x represents those numbers that are less than negative 5. So negative 5 is not included because the inequality sign says less than negative 5, and negative 5 is not less than negative 5. So that's why this one you must leave it blank. Do not shade it when a number is not included. Let's say you have been given this inequality, negative 5x plus 7 is less than or equal to 28 minus 2x. For us to solve this inequality, we have to collect like terms, because this unknown is appearing on both sides of the inequality. This side we have negative 5x plus 7. So if you want to remove 7 from this side, look at the sign between x and 7. The sign between x and 7 is positive, and the opposite of positive is negative. So meaning we have to subtract 7 from both sides of the inequality. If you want to remove negative 2x from this side, look at the sign between 2x and 28. The sign between 28 and 2x is negative, and the opposite of negative is addition. So meaning we have to add 2x on both sides of the inequality. Negative 5x plus 2x from the other side is less than or equal to 28 minus 7. Negative 5x plus 2x, that is negative 3x, less than or equal to 28 minus 7, that is 21. For you to remove negative 3 from this side, look at the sign between negative 3 and x. The sign between negative 3 and x is multiplication sign. So we have to divide both sides by negative 3. But be careful, the inequality sign has to change the direction. Divided by negative 3, divided by negative 3. So x is greater than or equal to negative 7. X is greater than or equal to negative 7. This time negative 7 is included because x is either greater than or equal to negative 7. The numbers that are greater than negative 7 or equal to 7. What are those numbers? We have negative 7. Which numbers are greater than negative 7? Negative 6 is greater than negative 7. Negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us indicate it on a number line. This time I have shaded this one because negative 7 is included. We have come to the end of our lesson for today. Please do not forget to subscribe, like and share the video. See you next Friday.